Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your monthly tarot advice video for the month of May. We're going to be switching it up and starting with some oracle here. This is the Oracle of Fairies, and I've been having the most fun using this in the private readings that I offer in the description below. But as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's see, what does Aquarius need to know about the month ahead, please, Spirit? Oh, we got two coming out for you here, and they're very magically linked. They're very closely linked. So we have Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Oh my gosh, this art on this card is gorgeous, you guys. Love to see it. And we also have Tree Wisdom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So I also feel like the energy is very much of you stepping into nature here. And that might be where you find, again, the wisdom that you're needing, the answers that you need in. And I'm feeling the energy is almost like you need to quiet your mind so the soul can speak. And I sometimes find the best way to do that is just go out into nature, get out, maybe take a break from your everyday life and travel somewhere, do something different, or even just, you know, go for a walk in a place you don't usually go for a walk. Let's see what your tarot has to say about this, although, whoa. Let's see what the current energy is for Aquarius for the month of May, please, Spirit. What do Aquarius need to know? So the Five of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. My first instinct is you get to decide. You get to decide how you deal with defeat, with anxiety, with your failures, however you deem them. You get to decide how you deal with them, how you move forward. You get to choose whether you learn from them, whether you grow from them, or whether you just end up building that resentment. With the Ten of Cups, I feel like you're building emotional fulfillment here, and this could also be a good sign of spending more time with your family, spending time with the connections that do kind of emotionally fulfill you in some way. Just be aware of some negativity with I was going to say lying, backstabbing, or even just a bit of self-sabotage here. Something to be aware of. Let's clarify. Let's jump into your challenges. So we have the Two of Wands. What other challenges will Aquarius face this month, please, Spirit? What challenges will Aquarius face? We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. I definitely am tapping into those like anxiety, overthinking. It's even maybe feeling a bit nauseous, but that might just be me. So we have the Two of Wands. Your challenge is almost, I want to say, finding a plan and sticking to it. I don't know about you, Aquarius, but you might make a lot of notes, a lot of plans, a lot of to-do lists, and then they kind of just fall to the side and collect dust. So it might be something worth revisiting and trying to really stick out here. I'm almost envisioning like brushing away the cobwebs of an old project and brushing up on it. Don't be overthinking it too much. I was almost gonna say it's never too late. Like if you've left this project or you've left this habit and you're kind of thinking, well, I've left it too long now, I can't do that, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough, I've forgotten about it. It's never too late to pick it up again. And again, I think there's this energy of you need to drop the overthinking and the worrying. You need to stop. I was gonna say you need to stop telling people about it, but it's not even that. I think you put too much pressure on yourself with things here. Too much pressure, not enough patience is what I heard. Let's have a look and see what's coming through for you in work and career. So we have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Four of Pentacles. Lots of eights. 888 is a big one that's coming through. So 888 can signify infinite possibilities and having that faith and trust in yourself here. With the Eight of Cups, you are walking away from something in your work or your career here. Maybe finding something new. I feel like there is a bit of, I was gonna say that it feels like there's a bit of a resistance. Maybe the work and career that you're in is stable, it might not be enjoyable, but it feels stable and it feels secure. But again, I feel like there's part of you that wants more out there, and you almost have this inner instinct or intuition that's trying to guide you towards something that you're maybe more passionate about here. We'll tap into this more as we clarify, but again, I'm feeling like you're wanting to build new passions, you're curious about new opportunities, putting yourself out there, and that could be relating back to the Two of Wands, which is almost that challenge of, okay, I want to do more and plan more, but where do I start with that? What are the possibilities for me? With all these 8s coming through, there really are infinite possibilities for you. And maybe you need to be stepping out, away from screens, away from work, to step out into nature to really find some guidance there, Aquarius. We also have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, so this could be a good time for you to look at maybe stepping into a leadership role, putting yourself out there. I was almost going to say putting a spotlight on yourself, you know. Aquarius, we tend to be able to think outside the box, be a bit out there, odd and peculiar in our ideas, and sometimes that can be just the right thing for the right career if we find it. And I think right now where you're at, you're just kind of, again, like I said, it's stable, it's secure, but it's almost feels like there's not growth, it's not future proof. It's like, this is just a job, it's not a career, it's not a purpose, it's not a future, it's not a journey. And I feel like that's what your soul is almost craving now, Aquarius. It's craving more. I'm almost picturing like you saying, is this all there is? Let's tap into what your connections look like this month. Let's see, what are the connections looking like for Aquarius in the month of May? What do they need to know about in their connections? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. I love to see it. That's great for opportunities. Let's see what else we have coming through. Oh my goodness, okay. We have a lot of success coming through. There's an opportunity here for abundance, success, maybe even a financial opportunity from a friend, a family member, a potential connection. Right now we're also really working on building a stable and secure friendship group, community, and I find that you're having a lot of success here. Also with the Fool, you're taking leaps of faith, starting new paths, new journeys. It does feel like it's almost to chase this pentacle. You know, if you want new opportunities, you've got to go into new places. Old keys won't open new doors, and it's definitely coming through in your career and in your connections. You're having, like I said, a lot of success in the connections that you're building, maybe talking to new people, putting yourself out there. Again, I love the Six of Wands. Love it. Let's tap into your advice now. The best way to navigate the month for Aquarius, please. What is the advice for Aquarius for the month of May, please, Spirit? That is the King of Cups, and one more, please, Spirit, on advice. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed, the King of Cups, and the Devil as your advice. And we also have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Keep looking forward, don't look back is very much your energy. Be careful about who you let into your emotional world is really important for you right now. Again, when you're wanting to build new stability, new connections for yourself, it almost feels like you're wanting to build towards a new life. Again, I keep thinking about trust. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So it really is, you're making forward movement. I keep thinking you can't bring your old life into your new life. I don't know if this is like a romantic connection here with the Queen and King of Cups, but it feels like you're butting heads with someone here, and it's almost dragging you down or dragging you back into negative habits, and it might be something that you need to step away from this month. As I've been recording, I keep seeing 222 and 444 coming through for you, so this really is a month of balance, trust. I keep coming back to it is about balance and wanting stability and success and building it for yourself. We're going to go ahead and start clarifying so we can dive a little bit deeper into the energies here. Clarify the Five of Swords for Aquarius. Why is this the theme of the month of the current energy? I don't know if you're feeling defeated because of the certain boundaries that you've decided to set, or maybe these defeats are causing you to distance yourself from certain people or set certain boundaries around things. Again, I feel like the Devil is very significant for bad habits, and this could just be negative ways of thinking or actually habits that we partake in. I have the Fool on the bottom of the deck here. Again, you get to choose how you cope, how you deal with these defeats. Are we going to turn it into something new, or are we going to be sitting and wallowing it as a big energy for you this month? Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. Clarify the Ten of Cups for Aquarius, please. Seven of Cups. So again, it is all about your choices and you get to choose. So again, choosing where you spend your time and where you spend your energy, spending it around people that light you up and fill your cup up and make you feel fulfilled and happy and joy. Clarify the Lovers, please, Spirit. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, I feel like I want to say there's almost a back step. When things seem to be taking a long time, when the growth takes a long time, it's almost like you do want to give up. I feel like patience and you right now, Aquarius, they're not working very well. I feel like it almost feels like a chore. And when you've maybe first started these projects or these hobbies or these connections, they felt fun and exciting and that you could just spend time doing it all day, every day. But as you've learned and you've grown, it's kind of feeling like these feel like a chore, and maybe these habits, these lifestyle is not aligning with who you want to be or who you're becoming, Aquarius. And maybe it is time to start shedding your skin, and that's going to feel uncomfortable. Let's clarify the Two of Wands, please, Spirit. Why is this a challenge for Aquarius in the month of May, please? So we have the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So starting new beginnings, I feel like, is what's difficult, and I feel like that's really what is stopping you from moving forward. Again, you've gotten comfortable and almost complacent in your lifestyle. It's not maybe the most joyous lifestyle, it's maybe not the most exciting, but it is a sustainable lifestyle. It's a comfortable lifestyle, and I feel like that is why you wish to stay here. But your challenge is now it's starting to feel uncomfortable. You don't want to keep living like this. So it's up to you to tap into your emotions on what you want so that you can plan for the future that you want. I almost am getting that vibe of like you didn't expect to be around this long, so now you're here, you're like, whoa, damn, what do I do? You know? Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles for my lovely Aquarians. Three of Pentacles. You don't recognize your own hard work, and it's starting to be your downfall. You don't recognize the successes, the wins, the good things that you have going for you. I feel like you're very much feeding into needing external validation, and that is why maybe you feel so down and so negative and so... I was gonna say like you can't complete things, like you can't follow through with things. It feels like if you don't have someone cheering you on from beginning to end, you almost give up. And it's about being your own cheerleader and giving yourself your own recognition and being like, I'm proud of myself for doing that. You know, doing things because it would make you feel proud, not because your friends are going to tell you you're proud. Their family's going to tell you they're proud, you know, doing it for yourself. The Eight of Swords, clarify this for my lovely Aquarians. We have the Page of Cups. So really, you know that this is I was going to say it's an immature emotional cycle that you're in. You know that the overthinking is not helping, and a really big challenge for you is, again, stepping into this King of Cups energy of flowing with your emotions, choosing what you want because it makes you feel happy, it makes you feel whatever way it makes you feel, okay? I think that's what you need to be focusing on more, doing things for joy, doing things for fun, doing things for you. And with the Page of Cups, it's really about being curious, tapping into that energy. And I feel like that's a challenge for you of maybe you have bad habits on how you deal with your emotions, so that you're not dealing with your emotions. I don't know why I was gonna say like drowning your emotions, drowning your sorrows in maybe food or drinks or whatever it is, whatever bad habit it is for you. I feel like you're becoming aware of it, and you know it's not the mature way of handling things. But again, you're overthinking it. This is just who I am. This is the way I've always been. I can't change. Whatever it is for you, Aquarius, that's what's coming through there. Let's clarify the Page of Wands, the Nine of Cups. So you want fulfillment, you want self-fulfillment, you want to be proud of the work you do, you want to be proud of the life that you're living. And again, pride comes from passions, things that you're passionate about. That is where you build that pride, because it's like, yeah, I'm really proud of the work I did because I'm passionate about it, because I've walked away from things that that weren't lighting that fire for you. I think it really is this month about lighting that fire for you, finding those passions. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. Clarify the Eight of Cups for Aquarius, please. Why is this coming through for work and career? So we have the Fool. When we're leaving behind these things that are no longer serving us, we don't have the baggage for the new journey. And I feel like really you do have a lot of baggage that is dragging you down. And again, I feel like a lot of it is in your emotional world. Some of it's in your connections. Some of it's in your work. But mostly it is in either your work, your habits, your lifestyle, or your emotional world. Those are the big things right now that I feel you're just kind of complacent with. You're not living joyously or passionately. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles, please. Why is this coming through for Aquarius this month? The Eight of Swords. You really are overthinking, like, well, this is stable for me right now, and if I start changing things, if I leave my job, or if I, change my habits, then the comfortable life that I'm living, the stability that I've built, it starts to shake. It starts to be rocky. I start to overthink it, and I start to worry. That's your energy. The thing is, though, you're not comfortable, you're not happy, and you're overthinking and worrying about things anyway. And I feel like deep down with the High Priestess, you know all of this. You've had this almost gut feeling for a while. Let's clarify the High Priestess. Whoa. I thought I had one flip there. Guess not. So we have the Queen of Wands. We also have the Three of Swords there that came out. I feel like, I don't know why I wanted to say like you feel like you're broken in some way. And that maybe there's this, with the Three of Swords, it almost feels like you think you can't fix this part of you. The Queen of Wands is almost asking you to have that courage and that patience and confidence in yourself, because the High Priestess, you know deep down, you have the knowledge of, you might not have the knowledge of what you want or where you want to go, but you have the knowledge of knowing that you're not comfortable where you are and that you want to change that. Where you are right now is not safe. It's not stable. It's not secure for you. And the only way through that is to move forward. Again, leaving behind the things that are no longer serving you and stepping into your new path with confidence. The Ace of Pentacles came through for connections. We have the Emperor and we have Temperance. So I was just going to say, you're going to have a lot of success and opportunities in taking a leadership role, almost maybe being the friend that reaches out first, having that confidence, because it's a balance of things, they message you, you message them, they check in, you check in. That is where you have your success, and opportunities are built on strong communication like that. Temperance, again, is also about finding that time and balance for yourself. Don't be throwing all of your time and attention into connections. The Four of Wands. Why is this coming through for connections for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Why is the Four of Wands here? Whoa, that's a lot of cards. Have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Whoa. Big decisions had to be made. It's almost like you needed to put your foot down in a certain situation. You needed to maybe distance yourself from certain people, and you did it out of a place of love. It's almost like I couldn't watch that car crash any longer, out of love and respect. I had to walk away and put myself first, and I think that's not a negative thing, and it's really almost strengthened your connections by you doing that here, and it's opened up opportunities for new growth and new improvement. Let's clarify the Six of Swords, please, Spirit. Clarify the Six of Swords for me. The Ten of Cups. So again, it's almost like you're the driver of your own change. You have decided, I'm not going to stick around where I don't feel loved, or I don't feel cherished, I don't feel connected. Again, it's all about choosing your own emotional world above everybody else's first this month. That's really a big thing for you, Aquarius. The Queen of Cups reversed. Clarify this for our lovely Aquarius. How is this advice for them, please, Spirit? We have the Seven of Wands. So it really is about defending yourself, standing your ground, not trying to be argumentative. Again, if you have to walk away from things. I think it's really about not getting tied into other people's emotional worlds. When people dump their emotional baggage on you, being able to push it off, brush it away. Like, okay, you told me, but I'm not carrying it. It's not mine. Because you've got your own emotional world that you're dealing with here, Aquarius. Clarify the King of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. So again, stepping away, putting yourself first, rest and relaxation from other people's burdens, other people's life, to really sit in your own emotional world and deal with your own emotions first is, like I said, a very, very important theme for you here. Finally, we have the Devil as advice, which is probably to step away from these negative habits or negative ways of thinking about things. One more card, please, Spirit. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands. You'll have more success and more fast improvement when you kind of realize that the wheel is always turning. I also want to say for certain Aquariuses out there that recovery is not linear. You're going to have dips. You're going to have days where, you know, we slip up and we slide, but it's all about how we get back up and try again. And I think that's very important advice and theme for you this month, because you've had success in the past and maybe you feel like you've gone backwards, but why can't you've done it before, you can do it again energy. But it's pretty heavy energy for you this month. It's all about putting yourself first, putting your emotional world first, and choosing things for yourself, not for other people's opinions, not for other people's perspectives. But yes, that is all I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, those are linked down below as always. Please like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and if you've watched this far, I truly appreciate you.